bigger ginger. Ginger grows out here. It's part of the cut season. So I gotta go ahead and get my little ginger. So I get it. That's a big piece. And you gotta work your way up to this one. Some people don't even juice these. I don't think I'm eating the whole thing. A little bit. This is good. Spicy, boy. Spicy. Woo. For that. Yo, King Kai. Hey, Jack. I always think of Hawaii when I see your name. Crazy. Oh, bro, you the one. Hey, bro, all is well, bro. With the little accident stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? You got out unscathed, walking around like a superhuman and shit. That's what I like to hear. The sun came out, so I'm gonna go ahead and eat this little piece of ginger. Shoot it down with an apple and some oranges. Keeping the skin tight. This is what we're doing this season right now. So we'll go ahead and bite it. See how big that mug is? Bigger piece of the small one. Ooh, spicy. Get your lip though. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, man. This is what we're doing. Yo, peace, my son. What's happening? Peace to God. Right out here, man. Well, there's on my ass. Change up. We got some real folks looking at NAGA, so it's like we on stage now, y'all. We got Thuggy Dubs out here too, man. So we all. I ain't even worked my chest out today. I did my back. I know y'all didn't ask for nothing, but for people later on, get a little bit of back and triceps. You gotta get them things in, and my little legs too, right? Got working way up to the fuck. It's gonna keep you nice and ripped. You get ripped off of it right now. You know, the taste, follow it up, but you know, it's orange. I'm gonna follow it up with apple. You know what I mean? Ginger though. You know people eat ginger like this. You gotta juice it up. We already got to a point of eating this years and years at a time. And we got to the point, if I stop eating it, I just eat a little piece. Tell y'all finna jump on me. Don't jump on my ginger, man. You know what I'm saying? But then it'll get right back up to where it's supposed to be. We'll do the ginger challenge. That motherfucker like it's a piece of candy, you know. Got all the skin off of it. The pulp, you suck on it like, you know, hey, get yeah. President Peanut, what's happening? I hope I said it right. Yeah, President Peanut. What's happening? What's happening? They putting up everything. I need to get some, oh, I don't want to say that. About the tip of Thuggy Dub and laid on the camera. Oh man, Thuggy Dub, why did you move it? It was thinking, it was just right, Thuggy Dub. They're like, you gonna give me some daggone food, G. Man, things hot not food. You got to finish the teeth off. We eat onions too. Sweet ones, green ones, white ones, yellow ones. All that. Like that, I'm gonna be on it too. All of them. We're gonna vibrate a little bit higher. How you get cut up, ripped up real fast without having to do all the extra cardio and shit. Everybody, I've been seeing everybody running in the mornings, man. I'd be like, damn. Something wrong with these people. I mean, running is cool when you want to look cool outside, I guess. Pardon me, y'all. Damn. I'm trying to set this shit up. I ain't got a stand or nothing like that. I'm gonna swallow that so bad. All right, y'all. Babies, I got you. So, what's your favorite snack? My favorite snack is these, actually, sunflower seeds. But I'm giving this to them. I eat that at night before I eat a real meal. I eat sunflower seeds. Get all the little fats, the omega 3 and stuff like that. And then peanuts. I'm getting hit him with the right wing. He's like, they just natural. Slap him with the right wing. Ain't that something? Also, pardon me, y'all. Tries to help my stones. I'm one of them type of things, man. I can have stones and stuff like that. I'm one of them type of stones. See how they just made it on the stone. That's obsidian. Found that on the ground. This is could be the dome stone right there. The blue stone. Baby, can you get off the camera? Can you get off the phone? Come here. Yeah. Cracked in half, so I charge it up in the sun like that. So now that the sun's out and the UV is up, I get them UVs, the UV energy. It's like, yo, my man, baby, it's not gonna get off, huh? You look pretty too. I ain't gonna be front. I be telling them that. They know it. Hey, God. What's up? They just want to get love, and I can love you. All the humans, they be trying to do me in and shit. Trying to hurt me with finances and stuff like that. Like, man, what's wrong with you, man? I'm just trying to tap into happiness. Trying to get over on me out here. I'm sorry to do it great. See what y'all saying, right now. Ain't gonna, do all that stuff. My favorite snack is peanut pie. Peanut pie? Whoa, I ain't never heard of peanut pie. I would love to have a peanut pie. I like peanut butter cookies. A peanut pie. Oh my goodness, I never heard of that. It's the first time I've ever heard of it. I like, what's that? Sweet potato pie. Oh, that'll keep you right. Yeah, that whole sweet out. Sorry about that, baby. Push the head down a little bit. She's like, damn, man, what the hell is you doing? My bad. They know I'm looking into the camera. They smart. They know I'm looking into this device right there. That's why they on it. That's fun. They know I'm looking at that. Hey, you gonna come over here? Live and direct, man. Scenery, celebrity, shoot. I'm gonna get a little bit deep, man. I'm gonna have to get a little gangster, man. I gotta use my power intellect. Nose running, I got the rhinorrhea just because of the daggone ginger I just ate. I gotta wipe my nose. Hold on, y'all. Let me put y'all down. I like it, okay? Give a little love too. Love it. Love it. Pardon me, y'all. And I had to wipe my hands off. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of this. Because I gotta talk about this too, man, because it's really some real shit. That's really what we is. We're on some more like supernatural, not being succumbed to by our lower weaker selves. You know what I'm saying? The ones who think they're masterful with their psychology and shit. These ones ain't not to the hell of things. That's what I'm saying. So, boom, we break it down. A lot of people having girl trauma problems because we haven't really pinpointed the situation of what happened on the inside and on that sequence. Becoming super ultra magnetic and healing past traumas and shit. Especially going through childhood traumas. We all went through it. I went through it. I had an older brother, 9 years older than me, but it was a spiritual thing. I didn't have to do the thing, but the thing was done to me. But however, I learned how to grow without being able to, you know, gaslight or project, you know what I'm saying, or use a pity party, shit like that. I have that shit just like a lot of people. However, I learned how to, you know, I learned as I grew. I learned by looking at seeing certain people in certain situations that, damn, we all go through some shit. And I've learned that. I had to wipe my hand off over there. So I learned that. So now, for those who really want to heal, who want to be able to travel the world and not get triggered by certain individuals who are already healed, this is one of the things we have to do. We've been exposed to a lot of things in our life, you know, shit like that. A lot of kids in the 80s were crack babies, you know? That's something you really can't control right there. Dealing with the light bodybuilding, you really can't control that. You have to be able, you know, you couldn't control your birth. So you have to be able to be born with that and master that type of situation so you can be able to help others how not to be codependent. That's a hard situation. So yeah, a lot of things that we're to master these things, working out actually helps because it actually helps the parasites to get the hell up out of it. They can be internalized, you know, what's really going on and eating the right foods. Food's very good knowledge, man. If I can buy any food I wanted, I'll get great all the time. But you gotta have a budget. You know, 4 Ds out here they cost $1.49 or maybe 89 cents. Yeah, bro. So you can find a tree. This is really fish right here. Definitely all powerful, bro. I got a fly from over here going. I got the eyes out. We got these high YouTubers. They're calling themselves demons and shit. Who want to play in the name of God. Great. We don't let them know who they can play with now. You know, they didn't want to heal their broken personality disorders. They wanted to become more histrionic and be fed a lot of things in the world and be praised by man. Millions of subscribers who really don't even amount to a hill of beings, man, to nothing. You want to get the grace from the higher and celestials, the angels, the ancestors, to know you're doing the right thing. You could be doing the right thing anyway if it's allowed, but I'm just saying when you really tune into yourself and not mock the individual who's a fruitarian, who's a vegan, who's a celibate, you know what I'm saying? And mocking them type of individuals will be locked in the end. They're the ones who are going to have to find choices, find real estate. No more will the wicked motherfuckers be able to be around these type of individuals who are healing themselves and healing themselves from the past traumas, putting in the work and what's not going to happen. There's a lot of scriptures that show this, but I don't know them right off the bat. I wouldn't jump into them. We just, you know, going live. I got to really get the psychology. I'm going to get a little spiritual, but I don't want to get too doctrinated. So, you know what I'm saying? Being doctrinated on that shit. But the psychology aspect of the fight or flight response, a lot of us is not healed, so we won't be able to travel the world because of those type of black and white perceptions of that. Like, nigga. A lot of our information is out in the world. We just ain't got the workout people. This is where I come in at. But we're going to shit on them with all the aspects. So do you worry about protein intake? Got some cherries. Oh man, I want some cherries. Shit, them motherfuckers expensive, dog. Them bitches like $12 a damn pound and shit. You know what I'm saying? But do I worry about? No, I don't worry about the protein intake. I really don't. If I needed to, I add a little bit more. Right now I'm just like resting, so it's not like, and the camera's kind of down too. I ain't got to like up and pop like how it's gonna be. So we gotta grow out of this stage. It's growing out of this stage right now. But the protein intake, nah, that really is that really isn't an issue because protein comes from the branched-chain amino acids. I really don't even eat in the daytime, so I just drink all day. So I'm gonna get me some BCAs after this new moon, which is gonna be the new month. It's gonna really be the summer, the first harvest or whatnot. You know, this is where I'm gonna get the BCAs more to add on to show you the difference. Like, yo, this is what happens when you add these main BCAs in without having to add in protein shakes, you know, full of a lot of powders and stuff. You know, you really don't need all that because you'll be kind of bloated and stuff. Man, you don't want to be bloated. It's like doing the exercise when you gotta go like this. You get that all big, people think you're gonna get the cut like that. That's not the way to go. You know what I'm saying? You don't even want to go all like this unless you're fighting. You know, that'll be all big on the inside. Stuff nice and bright, you know, plates. But they add plates in, you add all that in there. So I know mothers really honestly want to know, because I get the looks out here. Once they realize they're like, damn, this baby eat no meat, that's when they can be like, whoa, he's a little different. You know what I'm saying? It's a little different with him. And because I see a lot of people eating meals upon meals all the time. They don't even see me barely eat. Or the word of mouth is, he only eats fruit. I only watch him eat salads. You know, because they all see me eat now. You know, they've been seeing me eat before too. But in the daytime, I stopped eating in front of people and shit. I stopped doing that altogether and shit. But, you know, but for the sake of our family, we got to see how, this is how it is. Mississippi, I'm from Mississippi. We didn't really eat in the daytime. You know, we was outside playing all the time. We wasn't gluttons. Restaurants didn't open or weren't busy until like after 3 o'clock. That's when people get off work, you know? So that's the time when you kind of want to eat a little bit. You don't want to be eating all through the day. In the northern climates, I went up to Minnesota, Chicago, and all that stuff like that. And of course, it's cold, so you eat a little bit more because you're hibernating. So that's all that is. When you get into hotter climates, you ain't gonna want to eat. So you're gonna have to figure out things to do. Like, you know, you get up to work out, you might do 2 a days. And that's really what you're supposed to be doing, cultivating your happiness, detoxing all the time. Just looking beautiful, man, and being beautiful. I'm gonna pick my phone up, but because of the tint up there. The sun, you know what I'm saying? Pardon me, y'all. We're in a whole little background. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? So if you're in a place where it's hot and warm all the time, you really ain't gonna want to eat all. You're not gonna want to drink your juices. So I'm gonna add in the BCAs to put in my juice, and we're gonna work it from there. You see, like, okay, damn, you really don't have to eat. Some people's against BCAs. I'm not. I'm cool with supplements because, bro, you want to not try to eat a lot. Guess what? You're not even chewing your food now. Now you're drinking it, and now your body's utilizing the actual natural supplemental part of it quicker, so you ain't got to eat as often. When I was younger, I mean, I still can curb my appetite for every 48 to 72 hours or whatnot, but the supplements, man, you really can do that shit real good. You ain't got to worry about supplementing and then eating more food. It's going to be hard to eat because your cells is going to be so daggone, you know, full and nourished. You ain't going to want to eat shit. If you do, you just forcing yourself to eat. You'll eat in your belly, and it's like, damn, you're kind of defeating the purpose of not eating and cleaning yourself out, you know. The longer you go without solid food, the better, because that's when you get really in tune with your spirit. You get real happy and shit. Your skin starts clearing up more, you know, and you're just eating fruits, and that's really what you're supposed to do, because you're a boiled motherfucker. That's hella ballerish when you got a bowl of fruit and you're just chilling, eating in the car type shit, or eating on the side where you're chilling at, you know, grapes, bowl of grapes, that's baller type shit, man. Because it shows that, hey, I know the science of my lymphatic system. I know my lymphatic system gotta keep moving. It's a slow interstitial fluid that moves very slow, you know what I'm saying? In order to keep it moving, I gotta always eat something that pushes it out, which is an astringent fruit, and it keeps it going. You got it all in your brain and everything. Your lymphatic system's everywhere, you know. And along with your lymphatic system, there's chakras that's right around them points. So this is light body. It goes right along with the physical. So your chakras and your lymph nodes are all both the same. Our little supernatural health physician should be adding this into the game too, because this is the truth. Shit. As long as you know that you got this blood, this neural, and your lymph, them 3 things, you got to keep it moving. You got to keep everything moving, G. And the blood's going to move faster. So what that does is that's going to keep the vitamins and minerals and all that shit going into the actual cells and muscles and shit. The cells and muscles, they eat, and then they poop. When they poop, it's the mucus that we see. And when they do all that, and your bacteria cleans it up, hey y'all, what's up? The bacteria cleans it up, boom, it starts to move it through the body very slowly. It's a sewage system that your body has. So working out, sweating, jumping rope, you know, not running on the treadmill, but walking up the steps, walking at a good pace up a hill, you know. Those things, it gets your lymph to moving faster. So you start sweating now. Now you're getting it out there. Then you're getting your kidneys to filter. I got my little kidney thing going on now. So at first, I'm gonna put that on the video where it shows. I showed exactly when it wasn't filtering and when I started filtering again. You know what I'm saying? Because I added grapes into the game a little bit more. Had to go broke, but hey, them grapes help. So that keeps you nice and vibrant and shit too, and it keeps your skin tight. And I added some minerals in with the leaves, with this kale and power greens and shit. And I eat those with like, you know, avocado. I added those in without having to get fat. So yeah, so we're doing it without having to get fat, G. So the BCAAs, you know, BCAAs, there's the three main ones, Valine, Leucine, and we got the other one. But you need like 3,500 milligrams of it or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Of the I think it's Leucine or Valine, one of the two that has the highest one. I have to write this shit down and talk to y'all about that. But right now, you know that I know, you know what I mean? So I ain't gotta wait. I like to do 2 scoops of all of it anyway. Because if you just pussyfooting around, it's like walking around the gym pussyfooting. You don't want to do all that. You know. So you might as well go ahead and get right into it. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna work out, get it in within an hour, within 75 minutes, 2 hours. If you hella stressed, get on the damn cardio shit and get that about you feel real good because your lymph is starting to move. So your lymph is stressed. The more stagnant your lymph is, the more stressed you're gonna be. So this is about moving that lymph. You know the daggone sun and all that. Sun's here. Wow. They don't like it. They don't like it. Getting them UV rays, you know what I'm saying? See, I got a whole container for it. Oh shit, you already know Costco. Shit, damn, bro. So you do worry about the protein intake. King. I think I answered. Yep, I've seen that already. Yeah, so you know, I used to worry about protein intake when I was young. When I was like 28 or something like that. When I was like 28, man. I really worried about that because I could feel the muscle growing and all that shit. I worried about it, but now I don't. I ain't caring. I thought it played away with weight, and I thought, you know, that muscle adds on really quick, and it really don't unless you're on like antibiotic steroids and some shit. You know? Yeah, pardon me with the music, y'all. They over here playing everything. They're getting ready for the 4th and shit. So, but yeah, but the antibiotic steroids and something like that. You know what I'm saying? You're only going to build like a few pounds of muscle, you know, every so often and shit. For every few years, like 12 pounds of muscle. It's going to take a long time to do that, you know. But the illusion comes in when you start ripping up and cutting up and shit. But you can be swollen around and stuff like that. It just depends on what stage you at in the development. That's all it is. And what you're ready for next when you want to, you know, utilize this workout shit. Thank you, Dad. Damn. I don't want to cuss at the, don't hear me cussing at the birds. They've been so peaceful, man. They've been so calm. You know what I'm saying? They start fighting each other and shit. If I don't give them that, you know what I'm saying? I gotta give them some new love with that. But yeah, yeah. So when I was younger, it just depends on what stage you're at, though. But semen retention, you can do that at any stage. I recommend doing that younger. The younger you are, the better, the more control you're gonna have. You know what I'm saying? I was born not wanting to, you know, I like the girls so much. I love girls and shit. I love everything about them motherfuckers. You can lick them motherfuckers everywhere and shit, right? So certain girls, and this is kind of the same race a little bit, but I like the white girls, man, but they were different a little bit where I came from. You know, I never really wanted to do nothing with them, but I did do some things with them. You know what I'm saying? I let them see what was up. But as I grew, I stopped having pity sex and shit. Sometimes chicks just want to get something from you. They don't care. You gotta understand that. You know, they got cluster B personalities too, so they know how to be very submissive and market to your weaknesses. Market to the weakness of your spirit or your lustful desires and shit. When they do that, it's like they just want to get their physical needs met. And if they already had an orgasm, and it's like, damn, it ain't no stopping them because they really want to have sex at that point because they know and understand the science of the orgasm. It becomes like a dopamine fix, you know. And then us just doing it, we become, come here, Swift. That's good. Come here, Swift. Coming over here, I got the dry whistle and everything. So, you know, as us, when we get so low past, you know, I mean, when I say low, none of us is up. I just added myself in there, but I already know this. So, I'm saying none of us is not really at a 2-year mark where we can afford, you know, busting us. None of us is at a 3-month mark like that. You know, where you can actually let one go on the girl and still have self-equality with her and let her have orgasm. Because it takes a lot of strength because the more you invest in her, the more you become weaker for her. And you don't want to become weak for no hoe. Back in the day, we never wanted to be known for fucking a hoe. I gotta say it like that. No nigga want to be known for that. They always want to keep their eyes closed and, you know, keep their head down. Like, there's some niggas that like to be known for hoes. And nowadays, I think everybody like hoes now. You know what I'm saying? Like, we never liked it going back with a hoe like that. Unless you was just, y'all was young and y'all traded girls for a second. That was different. The hoes, it's a whole other ball game. It's a whole other ball game because it's energy that's attached to it. Look at that. You gonna get out in front of the camera? I'm trying to see what's up. Debo! What's up, Debo? I want y'all to see Debo real quick. This is Debo right here, man. You know I like to see him doing this shit. Come here, Debo. Come here. Debo. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hey, Debo. Love you too. Let's see Debo. Come here, Debo. Come here, Debo, man. Let's see Debo ass. This is doing this shit. Look, you see him, man. You see everybody? It's on the camera right there. Get off of Debo. Now they know they cool. They can be on Debo back there. At first, they weren't even doing that. You know what I'm saying? But now we got that love. We got that understanding of unity in this bitch. Unity in the community in this motherfucker. Okay, sorry about that. Come here. That's Swift. Look at Swift. Look at Swift. Swift don't want to be on camera. She smart as shit. She don't want to be on camera. I want to show this. But anyhow, though, yeah, so we get back up to the point. It's a long way to go, but it's fun every day. You know what I'm saying? Every day. So you'll be better than every man on earth anyway. So that's what shows that you're a leader. And all that all your power comes back. Just like you're drawing it in. All that attention that you give, if you lowering your light to something else, if you're scrolling, if you're lowering your light, you'll be stuck scrolling because it's hard to get out of this little reminiscing type of energy or this little ruminating over and over type of energy when you lowering that light. If you lowering that light, it's hard for you to be like, oh, I don't want to think about that no more and not think about it. Like, okay, we got it. That was Thuggy. But he can only preserve himself during fight time and shit, you know what I mean? So, you know, ongoing, this is when you can kind of like tease the other people that you like. You can have chicks around you like you really doing it or eating all kind of food like you really eating it and you really not. And that hurts a person who's lowering their vibration. Look at that, y'all. Have to see, make sure they don't cut the line. Hey, pardon me. I know some of the guys probably talking. You know, I'm back on the game. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna keep on going. So, you know, so with that, that's when you take your power back. So now you can actually play with the chick. Like you up about a month, you're pretty much more confident than the average celebrity. You should be a celebrity. When you're at a month, maybe 2, but 90 days, you're really on point. But a month, you're a celebrity, dude. A week, you're off the chain. You're really off the chain if you can go without a release for a week. And you get her to release. Y'all start manifesting things. That energy be protecting me. One time I got in a car accident with a chick. Well, my wisdom I had, but she didn't know I knew and understand the energy that she was dealing with me. So she tried to take this left and damn near fucked me up and got hit on the side and shit. We spent around and all this shit like that. But my energy was protected. I wouldn't bust a nuts on her ass like that. Man. You know what I'm saying? So it was towards the end of the relationship. You're back, man. Damn. Trying to stop my whole the energy though. It heals quicker. When you're younger, you heal quicker. Your energy back. That's really what super retention is about. Celibacy. Oh, I think they're gonna mess with me, man, because got some juicy shit coming off. But men going their own way when so-called Caucasian or white men was kind of mad about how the women was treated, so they wanted to go apart against the women from Europe and thought the shit was gonna change. It's a little bit of gay to them instead of just going inside and not, you know, and healing yourself. But that every culture got a way, they way of handling that, because you know they women, you got a way of handling women and shit. We know already how it is with women. Our women, we accept so many foreigners in our land that we had to be confident in our women. We don't understand that women go after foreigners. You know what I'm saying? So we knew that, because our women would do it, you know? But once we seen that, once our women understood that, damn, we really have to bond, they didn't have to, you know, that our relationship was really bonded, we didn't have to worry about all that shit. But when, you know, we go in the world and black men or whatnot, they feel a certain way. Now we're the foreigners to them, and they just like, oh shit, they haven't been introduced to the foreign reaction. Because we had, like I say, Jamaicans, Kenyans, Sudanese, and whoever came and talked to all our women. Our women love their old exotic asses. Our women like, oh shit! You know what I'm saying? And so even married some of the motherfuckers and shit for some money so they could stay on the land and shit. Did all kind of shit. Our women was down as hell. You know, so we already know how this shit is, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nigga, we know you're gonna look at the chick. My chick got a fat ass. I know you're gonna look at her. Alright? But when we get back to the point of not coveting each other, we don't even care about that. And that's where semen retention comes in at, or you know, celibacy comes in at for a man. Because we got these other men that going their own way. It's like a sad situation, because it's like they'll end up turning gay because they're still jacking off and watching porn. And then most likely they're watching BBCs, and that can fuck you up. You're watching the BBC, it's a whole another different ball game and shit. Because if you're on a recessive level, that kind of, you know, a woman naturally is going to want a NAGA now, a nigga in this day and age, because we done went through the most hell. We done had the most exposure to the most hellish shit that you can be exposed to. Even in Africa, they've been exposed to a lot of killing, murder, killing, shit like that, but it's not like psychological trauma. We've been right up next to this motherfucker. We hadn't did our, you know, dope and weed and crack and heroin, all that shit was naturally a part of our culture. Nigga, for them to take it away from us, we're like, what the fuck? No, because we knew we was exposed to it. So we know already from a baby. We've been watching our aunts. We didn't have home abandonment issues because of that, because people still had their home. It's just they use these plants to manifest certain things in a powerful spiritual way or a soulful way. But now when you had money in the play, and you know, and they took that away from us, then they tried to get it back for us when we had to give it back to us when we had to pay money for our dope or our flowers. Not certain. When I say, I'm talking about like straight up coca plants and shit. You know? And weed and shit like that. Some of us can smoke weed only. You know that already when mother's like, man, yo, I don't smoke, I drink. And you be like, cool, we know that type of nigga. Well, a mother be like, man, I don't drink, I just smoke. Or, you know, cool, that nigga do that. Or this nigga don't smoke or drink, he just do lines. That nigga just like to be hype. It's a nigga over here that just do heroin. That nigga out of his mind, but can draw a masterpiece. He's half asleep. You know, we done been through all of this shit, man, okay? So when they put synthetic shit in front of us, they kind of messed us up to open up wrong portals and shit and gave us it's like, nigga, this nigga ain't got shit. He obviously know the superior health path to be able to reach a higher point of being, man. And when women see that shit, it becomes a threat in the world, because you'll be the only desired man on earth now. That means that they will make it to heaven. They just trying to mess me up, y'all. They doing all kind of things, but they just trying to mess me up, y'all. They doing all kind of things, but I don't want to make it about that. But in real life, as far as like just dealing with, you know, the self-equality and the semen retention, man, because like I say, you do this, you're going to be the head NAGA in the world. That's just plain and simple. Nobody can reach the crown chakra like you. And this is what's going to show. We're going to be Christ-like beings and shit, which we are now. But they like, damn, these niggas is really in tune. These niggas really doing it. And it's really starting right now, really, because you see it everywhere on the internet. They're going to see us do it without the internet. We're not even going to have connection to each other, but esoterically, and we're still going to do it. This is why the information has to get out right now, because that's how we're going to connect. And the land going to be given to us, because when you do semen retention, the nobility raises up. Even when you have sex with your girl, you're not going to treat her as you was when you're in your low self. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you had to say some slick ass hoe shit, or shit that she may like to beer, you can call her a hoe. Whatever you do, slap her up a few times. When you get in your higher self, it's a little different. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes she wants to be in the low self because she's low right now too. But right now, these women, they're raising up, and they're gonna have to face celibacy just like we do, you know. And that's when we're gonna know if our women is the truest of the truest. And that's how the world gonna see our women is the truest of the truest, because they're gonna do the exact same thing that we do, you know. And that's when, damn, they going loud as hell. Y'all hear that shit? Golly. I guess it's the music behind me talking this shit. And our women is gonna, you know, audacity, what's happening? What's happening, babe? You know what I'm saying? Our women's gonna get on, G, and because we're the foundation of the world. Everything changes, man. So, only thing we don't have is the actual. I'm talking about. We got money, but I'm talking about. We can do a lot with a little, you know. But when the whole thing switches, it's like, yo, cities is gonna be built. Smart cities. We're gonna have very in tune. You know what I'm saying? These rays is not gonna hurt us. We're gonna have all kind of things. We're gonna have lead things that's gonna protect us from all these little radio waves and shit like that. We're gonna have we're gonna have some things back popping again, you know. But until then, though, all we gotta do is work out, get right, you know, get yourself in, chop it up with chicks. Don't be afraid to chop it up with them. Talk to, you know, whatever you gotta do is business form, get all this stuff up. Just don't spill your seed, man. You know what I mean? Your attention is gonna be, I got men over here drawing up, soaking up this information over here and shit. Or this information. But yeah, don't spill the seed. And I guarantee you, every month you're gonna get more powerful. No one's gonna really tell you this too tough. They'll say it up to a certain level, or they read some esoteric book that'll tell them that it gets to this point that we ain't got access to it. But we just said, fuck it, we're gonna tap right into the inside and go to the Akashas. And we're just already seeing month by month, it gets you to a certain point. You know, the confidence raises up. You know, women is drawn up to you like it ain't nothing. I mean, your sexual energy, you only gonna have to be around gods because people are gonna be too attracted to you. They can damn near have an orgasm being next to your G. I'm telling you, this is how high the Kundalini is. It affects the whole world. So there's only a few of us doing it now, so a lot of things is going on in the world. But just imagine when we all doing it. I mean, the world's gonna crumble. We ain't really gotta go nowhere too tough. We just, wherever we're at is where it's gonna be going down. Like, we're sending and connecting this shit with our life family, the ones who's right on point with everything. You know what I'm saying? So basically, that's all it is. So just imagine when we do that. It's a cool little energy out here and shit. Little girl playing around. I don't see kids too tough out here either, because it's just like that on this part of the island. And at the same time, I don't want to get into that conspiracy, because there's some deep stuff going on out here. You know, but anyhow, though, focusing on this, I guarantee you this lines us up. It's gonna line us all up in the form of business, or everybody. You know, we don't really need too many celebrities. Celebrities is gonna know what's up, what's to do too. You know, we got some celebrities watching this shit. You know, this is gonna be the new wave, man. We have to do this in order to heal. We ain't gonna be able to do it with the money. We come together with what? How much we need to build a super city? $14 billion to build a super city. You know, 14 billion. We may not even need that. I think we could just use like $1 billion or maybe $2 billion to make a super city. We're not gonna be able to unite because we're not gonna have the energy. We're not gonna use the laws of Maya. We don't understand that all the way yet. We're not even focused on the same thing yet. But we're getting into that point, like tuning your instruments up. We're getting fine tuned. But this is the main key. Semen. That's the sacred element that's left. The only thing that you're gonna value, that you can be at a high, noble, and virtuous state, and at the same time be like a child again. If we don't do this, we're gonna be like savages and shit. We're gonna be in our 666 state like these motherfuckers, like the beasts. We wanna be in a higher state, G. You know what I'm saying? We eat higher food, we do higher things. Nigga, we already was smoking weed. That was a part of our shit. We smoke shit. That's why you see cultures on the other side of the world, they weren't smoking like that. They came over to us, we already had the pipe, the blunt, everything. They're like, what is they doing? We experienced all forms of consciousness already. You know what I mean? I'm talking about, we had to be the most advanced people on earth. We had to experience everything. They going wild up in there. I don't know if y'all hear that shit. They going wild up in there. So, but yeah, we experienced all forms of state of consciousness already. You know, and this is what made us so daggone strong. Because we had the experience with codependency. Like, I gotta walk away from the daggone door. Y'all hear that music? That shit too damn loud. That motherfucker, they in there going to work, man. They is going to work on that thing. But anyhow, yeah. So that's what our we don't even have leaders. What am I talking about? We ain't got no leaders. But I'm just saying, for those who are in the so-called leadership position, you know, these are the new waves, man. This is the wave. Because this is going to put us as all being in tune with the Creator. Like, we don't have to use one big eye over the other. We just represent, we can just respect each other for each other's talents, for their gifts and sights that they have, you know, that can add on to the cipher. You know, that's what we're doing. We're just adding on to the cipher of truth, of the reality, man, you know. And this is one of the key steps. This is going to be the future. This is what sets us apart. This is why we did this so cold. This is why the way we are now. You know, how we got this soul right now, because we honored all this shit. We weren't having babies at an early age either, like our African brothers do. You know, and I love them. We're uniting with them. But we was a little bit more advanced, Chief. We had manhood, but we didn't have a baby after celebration of manhood. We continued on training our bodies, getting stronger, getting our emotions down before we even got with a woman. And our woman was younger than us. Most of I made it that way. Even if you did get an older woman, but your woman's younger than you, most likely. She's really advanced emotionally. So she can mess you up if you don't know and understand your emotions. And if you bust nuts all day, I'm not sure if you don't hear me, because you got babies on there. If you busting them all day, you're gonna be so low, you won't be able to make a decision. You'll be so indecisive. It's like they'd be like, shit like that. I'm gonna say, yeah, the dude, man, this dude couldn't make a decision for himself. He's just, every time I say something, he's like, I'm just like, damn, man, you can't think. Is the light even getting up to the top? Don't tell me that you're doing this shit, because you ain't. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It'd be quick. Like when you're a child. Damn, these fucking instruments, man. These motherfuckers loud as hell. But like when you're a child, you can think quick. So I don't play with yourself. Women do that. Women play with themselves. I hope this ain't too loud. I might walk down to the other end. That's all. Let's see what happens. Hold on, wait. Let me get the got a little thick ass up and shit. I was gonna stay right here too. She was gonna sit. She wanted to show me I got a phone. Women doing that too. I don't care if they with their boyfriend or not. They don't care if you got money, nigga. I'm trying to tell you, man. They know that you the alpha male, man. They like, dang, all he could do is buy me something, but you can make love to me. It's a whole different ball game. If you love me, and I can go out, sit at the beach, chill with you, actually mean it, talk to you, give you some attention. So much they'll motherfucking kill themselves if you take it from them. Because your love is so damn strong, nigga. Especially when you don't be busting nuts and shit. They know it's the truth. Get down here. The damn instruments is live as hell. So yeah. Anyhow though, as far as like, you know, you want to get back to that innocent stage, man. You know, it's cool, you know, it's cool playing with these big booty ass bitches and shit. I done did all that shit, you know what I'm saying? But like, okay. Like, okay, we're back, y'all. I'm trying to watch this shit, because there's a lot of, they got this little band over here. But yeah, that's it. We're going to wrap it up. I mean, I got some footage. I ain't got too much percentage left. I'm going to charge it up a little later before I get my meal. But yeah, man, we're going to have to get in with the workout and get all this right, too, because what I'm talking about, it's going to be women that are going to be on your ass. So do this right. Especially if we're going to be connected in the light, man. I think I'm going to be connected with the right bros, too. You know what I'm saying? Because I got some plans I know already works. Yeah. I already know it works. Plus business plans and all that good stuff. But right now it's a spiritual thing, so it's like, shit, go ahead and get right. Get your body right, you know what I mean? That damn shit, loud as hell. I should go back down that way. Get my apple, though. Get my apple, y'all. Man, some kind of bringing a lot of attention to me. How the hell that's happening? Okay, so I guess I'm straight. I got the birds over here. But I'm trying to find the right position though to hold it. My arms are like it's gonna be swollen because my goddamn traps holding the damn phone up and shit. Getting all nice and lift up. Busting a nut at all, Chief. I'm trying to tell you, and we're gonna do this to the top notch. No man can do this on earth as good as we can. And the men that are doing it, that's good. Kudos. I'm so happy for you, man. You know what I mean? If you can do it and you can pull it off, and you won't get obsessed I'm happy about that. But with a NAGA, it's different, man. You know, because they obsess over a nigga and shit. We already know if you go on search engines, that's why they in porn and watch BBCs all night. BBCs look just like us and shit, so it's like watching our own shit. But at the same time, we're not really supposed to do all that because it's creating dopamine. This dopamine, you have to get this fix every day. Before you know it, you can become codependent. Boom, you're messed up. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to be codependent on a site or creating this chemical imbalance in your body and shit, looking down at this phone or TV and rewinding it. I done already been through it. I done made porn too, shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure we all have. You know what I'm saying? And if you do it with your girl, let her have it in her phone. You don't have to go crazy in yours. You already know what it was just like. You can already be like, yo, man, bro, I'm working with it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about that. Let her go crazy because she know and understand that you're doing that, and that's making her feel all good. Like, yes, I'm essential. But let her sit there and look at it. You put it in her phone. And so when she looked down, she's like, whoa, you know what I mean? She remember you forget all about that shit. I stopped hurting my own self. I stopped putting it in my own phone and shit like that, unless I know it's a good one. But I stopped doing that all in general. But if you're gonna do it, put it in theirs. You know? That's it. Let them keep the memory. I guarantee you, you be one of the few that do it. Cause they so used to their own, they so used to the niggas holding their own phone and shit. Like, baby, you be like, give me your phone, baby, I'm sure you do. Set that shit up. She like, damn, she gonna wanna watch and see herself get pounded later on. Cause she don't watch it. You just be watching it. And it's like, you don't bust nuts and shit, investing all this energy in it. It's like, damn. You know? So this is like, yo, go ahead and take it back. Work out. Send her a workout day. You're working out. You're doing some push-ups. Send that to her real quick. If she ain't used to getting nothing like that, now it's opening up a whole nother venue, lane for yourself with it. She's like, she's seeing something extra. You remaining mysterious. You know, you want your mysteriousness to unravel for years, man. That's how you keep you being a mystery. They just know everything about you and shit. They don't even give a fuck. As long as you got some money, yeah, they go out. They hungry. They need something to eat. Yeah, they need something to put their little shit in. They need the purse. You know, that's it. But if you on your, I don't want to say like alpha mode, but you right up on your shit, you ain't gotta chase a woman, man. She naturally comes to you. Your energy is so magnetic that you ain't gotta go and try to talk to a broad. Just put it like this. I don't know this, but I never told a white boy, come here. I never said that. They naturally walk up to me and shit. Like, they naturally come to me like I asked them anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing with a woman and shit. You know what I'm saying? So you naturally will be able to attract them just by just being. You know what I mean? When they see you like, this on your own, nigga, they gonna come up and off. Look at that. I don't even know. She came with them like, and these are just women, but they're Caucasian. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not mad at them. But it just goes to show you that your magnetic attraction, they'll come within 3 feet of you. Like 2 feet, that was 2 feet right there. I felt the wind and smelled her. I smelled it. So it's like, it just lets you know. You know, slick moves. You ain't gotta do much. A woman will come sit by you. She ain't even try to sit by you to ignore you, just to see if you're gonna say something to her. And just the fact that you're just so confident in your own stuff, you're gonna have to make her break. She gotta come to you. Because your energy is so magnetic. It's so magnetic, you can get to another part of the world and mug a feel it, and they're gonna try their best to ignore you, the pull of your energy, to wanting to talk to you. That they'll hurt and damn near kill their own self by trying to refuse to talk to you. Damn, man, this music is cracking. I know y'all hear this. You get out of here, this music. You know what I'm saying? This lady think I'm looking at her. I'm holding the phone looking at me and shit. But she did a smooth move to walk in front of me so I can look at her and shit. They've done slick moves. But see, when you got your wisdom right, you'll notice her move. You better not do no shit like that. I'll leave your ass right now. I ain't got that many nuts busted in you. You thought I'm invested. When a woman think they got you and you invested all of this in them, they gonna act a fool, nigga. I'm going out to see my friend who? Lee who? Leroy. Nigga, you ain't going to see no Leroy. You ain't coming back here. What, you tripping? How can you even argue that? It's like, yeah, you gotta leave that bitch alone. Yeah, right there. You gotta have it's where you access the gift of goodbye at when you raise your senior attention level all the way. Your light's getting up. You already got it in you, but it's really in you when you get to that point. It's like, oh, bitch. Everything respect goes out the window right there, because that's what they try to test you at. They're gonna always test you by triangulate you, because that's a cluster B personality disorder symptom that they got. They always put somebody in between you. They can always say something to try to make somebody think a certain way of you, so they can have this one over you. I never wanted to let another female think that my female was dumber than that she was just dumb. and that we can get one over on her. That just looks stupid. I'm stupid. I ain't gonna do that. But niggas will do that, and you know, females will do that. You know what I'm saying? Chicks will do that. Bitches will do that shit. You know, and both of you looking done to none. But it's like, shit, she's stupid. You know what I mean? You fucked up something good. Or if it wasn't good, you wanted to hear her break up with your ass. You just weren't breaking up because you was too damn codependent. Because you're too low in the light. She let you bust a nut so many goddamn times. You gotta understand this, man. You know what I mean? A woman want to control you, she gonna give you the power, the sex, you be so submissive, whatever it is, baby. But if you're not up on your light, you letting that go every single rip, you become weaker and weaker. You'll find new ways to get hornier. You look at it, just different ways, man. Just different things that, and she won't have to do much no more. Before you know it, she's out in the world, all that energy's on her. Another man is attracted now, because you got all this electromagnetic energy on her now. Now she's drawing up. These niggas creeping up like creeps, like pussyfoot. See that shit? They gonna pussyfoot close. They can't help it. I already know. I ain't even gotta say nothing. I already can't help it. They want the argument because it's like, what man in their right mind does that? You know what I'm saying? It just depends on where you're at and what you're doing. That's how. But anyhow, you know, if you ain't got no girl, man, I just suggest go out here and deal with a lot. Go on dates, and have fun with dates, and be open and be bold. You know what I'm saying? Go and ask, if you're gonna ask someone out, try to attract the finest one to you. I'm talking about the finest, most intelligent though. You know what I mean? Because most of the time they're not looking for guys. You know, they're actually in their work. They're trying to get their shit done. They're hella narcissistic. So if you want to draw them up, you just got to be on that same type of caliber. It depends on where you're going. You know, you can go to a coffee spot. You know, you're gonna find a lawyer. Y'all can hook up. She know you ain't no lawyer. You know what I mean? But she'll still value the fact that you're your own man, and you ain't letting yourself go. That's really attractive, man. That's the most attractive thing to a woman. Shit, she'll value that. It's the most valuable thing. And you're taking care of yourself. You really don't have to do nothing else. If you got an apartment or whatever you got, that's even better. But you'll be tempted to bring in, you know, little chicks. You don't want them little mothers come through. You don't need them. You know what I mean? They need something to eat, you know, all that, and bang them out. They don't need to do all that. That's all. Forget all that stuff, man. Raise the vibration and get some bad broads. Some older women that's like really in tune. Get your older vet, chop it up with. You're getting experience now. You know what I'm saying? It's not about sex no more. You know, a vet knows that. Get you a vet under your belt. She knows that. And she knows you value in your life. You get rewarded. You know? But you get a vet that's like, oh, and shit, it's a little different because she'll drain you your light so fast because she's feeding onto you because she's a whore. You know what I mean? She's a whore, man. If she ever handled that stage when she was in her 30s and like tried to end it then, it's just going to be hard for her to do it at that point after 50, 60 years old. You know, this is coming from real life. You know what I mean? A lot of people think that women validate, it makes a man who he is, and it really don't. You know, a man makes a man who he is in real life. A woman doesn't. This is why he gets judged by what a woman thinks of him. It's like, oh, look, take back. No, you can see that shit. Whenever I walk in the room, I'm the truth. Everything, motherfucking heads go down when I'm coming into this bitch because it's like, it's the truth that just walked in. And a lot of lies don't like to be around the truth. So you don't want to be around truthful motherfuckers. Brothers, you know what I'm saying? Anybody who got that light, y'all can still chop it up. You know, y'all confident in each other, y'all can work out with each other. Ain't no gated them going on, you know. The gyms ain't, you actually having fun again. You know, just remember, like, people in high school, you're not really, they not turning school gay. It's kind of, I can't imagine being in school right around now. Because it's gay. It's like, damn, I can't imagine being in gym class no more. All these little things that you're not even supposed to be horny in gym. And I'm pretty sure people are. So, if it is like that, you gotta master that shit. Kundalini's going the opposite direction. You know what I'm saying? He ate the wrong foods. That's how they was able to master us. You know? And that's a sad situation. But for those who got the strength, we can raise up in vibration. Goddamn music, this should be the confirmation right here. It's the wisdom day, you know what I mean? That's 2 and 2. That's the solstice day. It's my best friend's born day. You know what I'm saying? That passed away. He didn't get passed, he got murdered by one of my other friends. You know, he was only 16, 17 years old. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, it's his birthday. He would have been 48. He'd have been 48. He died when he was 17. You know, we was young. So in order to get this information right now, a lot of individuals had to die for me to be able to say shit like this. in its true and right form, you know, the way it is now, without being egotistical and all that. Just having fun though, you know what I'm saying? I like the dress and all that shit, but we got to see it. We have to see it unfold. Most sides gonna show it unfold for us. That's pretty much it. So they can see like a Muslim come in, act in a certain way, be in a certain way. Like, no, we had to unfold. I done been through the whole little having births at home, people trying to, you know, sabotage you and all that stuff. But sabotage comes with cluster B personality. So now we know self-sabotage is coming from why people want to sabotage you. You know, all these different things. This comes from the cluster B personality disorder, narcissism, sociopath, borderline, and histrionics. We have to break them all down. Psychology. So you see what the hell we're dealing with. You can see that in world leaders. You can see what heaven they on, if they're on a first or second resurrection, if they're actually learning to try to help and benefit the whole, or if they're just for me, for myself and building false heavenly kingdoms in the spirit realms. Because this is pretty much how it's going down. Now we know the reality of shit, you know what I'm saying? We're not doing what Copernicus model things and just guessing and guesstimating, you know? So, and it's not about who lifts the most weight too. A lot of people come to me and try to tell me how much they lift and what it is. I'll be like, I don't give a fuck. I mean, real life, if you're a strength builder, that's what's up. But strength, whatever, that's cool. Or they try to say that they can outlift the mug. I never really care about that. You know what I'm saying? It's just all about what's what's right for you. You know, do you have the right mind and muscle connection? Or just with psychology? Are you right with not running away from your problems? You know, are you right with being able to be alone by yourself, you know, for a certain time, you know, or whatever? Just figuring these things out. What comes up in your mind? Do you have a regret? Because a regret can fuck you up. It can drive you crazy if you haven't handled it in the spiritual and mental realms. Hence, doing drugs, you can ruminate over and over certain things, not knowing what to quit. You know, you thinking that you may like this type of weed, but you're ruminating over things or certain things. You got to realize, though, I got to cut the weed and the tobacco. Or if I'm smoking the bad tobacco, drinking bad liquor and shit like that. That's why they got top shelf and they got bottom shelf. You got top spirits, bottom spirits. It's a fine blend. You know what I'm saying? Pimp, man. Powerful intellect, make progress all the time. You know, you can let a woman work for you, but a woman in this world, your wife makes you, she back you up, that's what's up. But to have the validation of a woman, you don't need that. You need the creator. If she ain't rolling with that, oh well, I'm still gonna be great, you're still gonna look beautiful, she's still gonna hate it, she's gonna see how ugly she really is if they hating on that shit. You ain't gotta do much, but just be right and exact. Balling, eating fruit, working out. Don't try to show out. Just be you. Because you're already at a show. You got the people looking up at you. You're a star. It's just how it is, B. A lot of people won't admit it. That's how it goes. And senior retention is the way. It's gonna be us. Our coach is gonna be the one to do it though. But worldwide, if I got people from all over, I got people from Kenya and other parts of Africa that be hitting up. That's in the positive parts. And you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be the way, the future. You know? And so we're training them. So if they want to learn from the beefy heads, just giving them meal plans and saying they got to eat 4 or 5 times a day and and you got to eat like a bodybuilder and shit like that, and you're not taking steroids or any type of stuff that they use to keep their body in a high anabolic state without just eating straight fruits, berries, and melons. You want to listen to them? Go ahead, do that. You know what I'm saying? This dude, he done swiftly eased his ass on down here. I got to turn around and shit. How do you slick? Slick. I'm gonna turn back around. Oh, he's so slick, you gotta stop. See, that's how I learned, man, from a lot of people, man. I done got really what you call it. I got really good at this. I always been good, but since it's been really me, I have to really be on point because I understand that motherfuckers don't give a fuck. when I say motherfuckers don't give a fuck, you gotta be out your motherfucking mind to go to somebody else's house and to think that you run that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't nobody want to go to nobody else's lane. You gotta understand. Gotta be out your mind. I'm over here talking on the phone, so people want to figure out what the hell I'm doing. It's getting closer and closer, listening, ear hustling and shit. You know what I mean? This happens to me in the gym, man. So like I said, you gotta be out your mind. You know what I mean? To think that you can go to somebody else's place and tell them something, or it just doesn't make no sense to me. Because as a nigga, I haven't wanted to go to Europe. I don't even think these motherfuckers want to go to Europe. I I mean, some niggas do, but I don't want to get into that right now, because I was about to get a little bit deep. I'm going to use that for the other channel. But I'm just saying, that's dealing with narcissism. That's supposed to be personality. You're setting a boundary. My space, I already set a boundary. It's like, you see, don't come around this part. So that's why they walk so far around and shit. And it's like, they get mad when narcissists get mad when you set a boundary. Like, when you be like, okay, you can do that, but do that over there. They be like, what you mean I can't do that over here with you? I can't disrespect you? Like, no. It's like if you're working out in the gym. But Mug say, can I work in with you? And you be like, nah, I'm gonna finish on. And like, all this weights around here, you gotta work in with me now? This is not 1975, nigga. We don't do that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? You must sit all in my juices and shit. I just got you farting on the seat. I ain't even wipe the seat off fast enough. I turn my back, I'm trying to wipe the seat off. You already sitting down like, you motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't got time for all that shit no more. We're setting spaces, we're drawing lines in the sands. And if you're saying fuck your couch, hey, it's on, nigga. That's it, man. Ain't got time for this, man. It's like the only niggas is the only motherfucker that can't have space. Opportunity left, nigga. You're supposed to have access to this nigga at all times. Like, we gotta see you at all times, and yet we idolize, devalue, and discard you all the time. And yet your own self do it. You know, we do it to each other in the cycle. So, but they naturally is on that shit. Recessiveness. We're dealing with health and wealth, and we're dealing with, you know, athletics and all. I touch all this shit, but really health is really dealing with psychology and mental health and shit, because it's what we do. You understand who the fuck you dealing with when you go out in the world every day and you're getting on the buses and wondering why you feel a certain way. You automatically feel a certain way, or even if you're driving in the traffic and you got to deal with all these energies around you. You know, most is not on the same frequency, not on the same tune of music. Like, I'm gonna say this motherfucker, they out of tune. But I'm just saying, we're not on the same tune. We're trying to heal, but you got people that's trying to make the song not work. It's like, nigga, this is the song we're finna yeah. Like, nigga, we're not playing that song no more. So that's it. So setting boundaries and shit to narcissists, it hurts. You know I got all kinds of shit. I'm jumping everywhere, nigga. And I just gotta let that be known. And then they see, they want to be drawn to you. A narcissist is really drawn to anyone who they see deemed as better than them. We can have narcissistic traits, but not really. You really want to kind of master that shit, you know? Because, like I say, you have this, when you start going up in light, virtue and nobility starts to come into play. Narcissism leaves, nobility comes. You know, psychopathy, you know, they have levels in this. You can go all the way up or you can be all the way down. This is where all the personality disorders is in, you know? So that's why we're breaking it down like that. You know, it's cool to talk about health and the gut and the brain, but we got to get it in the psychological form, because now I'm a supernatural health physician. I need to talk about this now. I like to talk about the body and, you know, the kidneys and all that stuff, but we got to play the role back into the game is dealing with the whole little childhood trauma and the frequency. I got to let this bitch grasp me, man. Damn. Hold on, y'all. Because must be, you know, dealing with psychology, I got to say. People have this childlike thing where I didn't know that I could do that type stuff. You know what I'm saying? They got in a car accident, they create accidents. To the point, they cater to these people's accidents at no fault. Motherfuckers, they think that money can fix that shit. And only money can't really fix nothing like that. You know what I mean? So, you know, money can't fix nothing like that. You got my little baby. Money can't fix nothing like that. First, motherfucker be fucked up, they just be messed up. They had to have the grace of the Most High on them. My dad had to get cut out of a car for the jaws of life. He had to have the grace of the Most High on him. Money wasn't gonna pay for that to get him up out the jaws of life. You know, you can get him out the car with the jaws of life. Most High. So it's like it's a higher heaven. So this is the way we get to it and shit. We say, this is the way, the truth, and the light. Nigga, that's it. Nobody gets it. No, I'm saying, but through me. No, but through your own light getting to the crown chakra. That's the way, you know, and you're getting to the heaven. Now you see your brother that's in heaven while y'all on earth. He's like, yeah, nigga, we here, nigga. I see it when we go to sleep, nigga. You know what I'm saying? We got the ancestors chopping it up. They telling us where to go now. You know what I'm saying? We couldn't hear them because we all the goddamn parasites on us and shit. We ain't working out, banning ourselves, we're depressed. They want you depressed. It's psychological shit, G. And when they have you depressed, gaslighting, projecting. I had to go get seen to try to see if I can get some money somehow, some way, and I didn't want to do it, but I was like, let me just see this. Lady gaslighted and projected right away when I came in. I told her, you know, you can't take my temperature with the thing on my head. Oh, no. All right. I remember you're disrespectful. You hurt. I'm like, no, I'm not rude to nobody. That's what she's always rude to. I'm like, I'm not rude to you. I don't got time to do that. Shit, you benefiting off my energy. The point, this whole piece right now is benefiting off my energy and shit. You know, I gotta say it like that. But that's how I'm making them show their hand, because it's like, yo, if you be celibate, my Nagas, you're gonna see who the truth is. They gotta come at you. They gotta show their hand. You're gonna have to, because you took the sex game back. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even. They gonna lose that jolt of energy that you bust on the internet. If you're looking at them random ass chicks that's just on there doing whatever and shit, because they get jolts of energy from us. I noticed that when they get here and I don't give them no energy. And since they get so many hits on them profiles and apps and shit, they wonder why I ain't at their ass. And it's like, I already mastered you, and I'm from Mississippi too, so I already, most I done already done raised me a certain way, and reared me a certain way. So, man, it's pimping, baby. Oh man, it's like making progress. My daddy was a pimp, man, but not a pimp like on some more I hate women. His was a real goddamn story. It's like, this is what happened. So everybody tried to be like him, and it didn't work. He from Memphis. Real ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want me to be like that. So I learned this. The psychological truth as woman, man. You know what I'm saying? So she knows health. So she's more of a doctor. And my mom's brother's a doctor and shit. I'm basically a natural healthcare practitioner. So I chose that instead of just being a medical doctor. Could have went into that field. But I wouldn't be doing shit. I wouldn't be helping. I wouldn't have the experience. I would just been using my medical biller and medical coder to get y'all asses money. Shit. And be balling. You know what I mean? But I ain't doing that. So this cycle, this is what we went to. This cycle, I had to go through all those hells so that we could talk about true health in this cycle. So we can help our own self, yo. And this is where we at with it, just helping your own self. There won't be no more hospice, too tough no more. It's a hospital, a place to go to die and shit. You know, we won't have babies in the hospital no more. You won't be trying to use their medicines no more. You'll be really cool with you just be cool with your own health. You won't be afraid of your own health part of the time. You'll be happy enough to be able to help yourself, you know. Just go there for things for like, you know, sprains and stuff like that. But you'll know how to take care of yourself with that. You know, you put your foot up and you ice it and stuff. I had to do it. Shit. So I'm already know you be having your own babies. Well, you know it, everything's coming back to online like I was supposed to be. And then they be wondering like, yo, I ain't gotta buy y'all shit. I can boycott. I don't have to buy nothing from you. And therefore, we don't have to do business. So therefore, you have to force your hand. What you gonna do? You gonna come bomb the city where I live at? Because we won't buy nothing from you? You know? That's the only last resort that they got, man. You know what I'm saying? Because once you get to this point, that's the only thing they can do, man. So this is why. Go ahead and get your light up to the crown chakra. Go ahead and take your power back, man. Be celibate. It's all right. You ain't missing shit. You're going to attract more bitches when you get off. When you choose to get off, you're going to have more opportunities. You're going to have more women, man. Then you're going to learn the technique of how to make her have multi-orgasms. You won't be doing that in your low self. In your high self, now you'll be able to be trained. So now you get back, you won't have to play. You won't have to have sex with her. Now you can be able to play with her. You know that your Kundalini energy is everywhere. So once you get it to be, harness it, that's the hard part. Once you get it done right, you become a master. That's it. You know, you won't be playing with yourself. You know, don't play with yourself, man. Let her do that. You should separate. You'll want to you'll know if you want a wife, if you want to get married. It's the new one it is, man. So with that being said, I love y'all. Thanks for going in. A NAGA ambassador. You know what I'm saying? President Peanut. Mason King. All right, so, you know, King Kai, I don't know if you're around, man. I definitely pray. I'm sorry. Send some good energy out to bro. You know, and that single retention is going to add up, too, to give you more power. You got your whole little supernatural powers and shit. You be like, damn, that's why you get them rubber. You be like, damn, that's why you get them rubber bones back again. You don't want them brittle bones like that. You get brittle bones by busting them nuts. You don't want that shit, man. You want to get them shits like, they can bend a little bit. You don't want to, like, what the fuck? calcium just depleted. She over here soul sucking your ass and shit. And sometimes you done got soul sucked so much you want to damn near be like, hey, suck it. Look me in my eyes and take it. She be like, yes. You know what I mean? Or whoever, he, she. You're not out of it because this is Kundalini energy, so it's actually can go anyway. You know, I understand. Most I understand. It's created like this and shit. So I ain't here to judge them. I know my people been through some shit. I'm here to let you vent and talk. I already know. So, that being said, I love y'all, so I'll be over to you next. Peace out.